Well, most of you know when we start the show, we do some memorabilia. Here's a piece. I think this is from 1997? Yeah, it's the 1997 media guide. Look who's on the front. Mike Piazza. Wow. Well, let's see. Let's pick out a random page to see. There you are. Let's see if we can just talk about somebody. See if there's a good picture of somebody. Let's see what's good in here. Oh, here's one. Wait a minute. I got one. Who's that? No, that's not. There's no pictures in that side. Let's see who's on this page. Yeah, you can barely read. Let me turn on the light for a second here. Let me see who's in here. Yeah, it's all the team stats. Oh, look at Pedro Estacio. Remember that guy? Wow. 1997, a long time ago. That's a neat one. Flat, you can lay it flat because it's got the rings on. All right, let's start the show. Come on, can you get a 10 count countdown from somebody, please? Anybody? Okay, you.
10.
Oh.
9.
Oh, baby.
8.
What?
7.
Okay.
6.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
4.
Come on, get it going.
3.
Ooh, honey.
2.
Come on, bring it. Yeah, I knew you could do it.
Play ball! It's time for Dodger baseball.
Well, sort of. They're not playing till tomorrow. They got a day off today, but it's day off. Let's talk Dodgers. I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on in. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. A little under the weather. Do we have a cough button here? We don't have one, do we? No? All right, we'll just grin and bear it and put up with it. So we're dedicating this show to anybody that's got a cold or getting over one. Here we go. Mm-hmm. All right, in the news, the Dodgers are sitting at 16-7, firmly in second place, a half game back of the first place dreaded Padres. Boo! No, we're not going to boo them. It's too early. But it was a cool 3-game series that we won from the Texas Rangers. Yeah, the Texas Rangers. Yamamoto pitched pretty well when he had his turn. Struck out 10, lowered his ERA to 0.93. Can you believe that? Wow. That's pretty darned amazing. I like that. And he outdueled Jacob deGrom in a showdown of highly decorated arms as the Dodgers edged out the Rangers 3-0 in Friday night's game, the series opener at Globe Life Field. Tommy Edman did his best Shohei impression from the leadoff spot while the Japanese superstar was away while he and his wife gave birth to their first child. How cool is that? Shout out to Shohei's kid. A little girl, I'm told. And Edman took deGrom deep for his 7th home of the season, which is tied for National League lead at that time. Yamamoto held the Rangers to 5 hits on no walks. He generated 20 swings and misses, the most in a single game in his big league career. That's pretty cool. The Dodgers won at 3-0. Did we get Edman's home run on that? I don't know if we got his home run. Let me take a look. See, I can't even remember what I got. It was so long ago. Let me check it's in the 2025 Dodgers Day. Edman on what day was that? No, we didn't take that one down. We should have. Next time we'll play it. All right, what else do we get here? In Game 2 of that series, we won't talk about too much. No comment on that game with a walk-off that beat us. But Roki Sasaki did pretty well. Pitched 6 innings, allowed only 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks on 78 pitches. I can live with that. Yeah. And we do have one from Freddie Freeman. He hit one out in that game in the 4th inning. Check it out.
Freddie swings, hits it high in the air, right field and deep. This ball is hooking toward the pole. It is fair and gone.
Yeah.
Freeman lets one fly. His 4th of the season ties the game at 2.
I love it. I love it. How cool is that? All right, let's see. That was our friend Steven Nelson with the call on that one. I like that. He's pretty good on those. He gets excited. I like when he gets excited. Let me see here. What else have I got? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyway, and in Game 3, this is pretty cool. Dodgers won the series from Game 3. And by the way, now consecutive series after taking 2 of 3 from the Rangers. So the game was in a scoreless tie through 7 innings until Freddie Freeman drove in Will Smith, who led off the 8th with a pinch hit single. And Freddie did it with a sacrifice fly to left. So good job there. Smith finished the game off too, throwing out Wyatt Langford on an attempted steal of second for the final out, a call which stood following a review, which was pretty weird. And the bullpen picked up Glasnow with 5 scoreless innings to complete the shutout. Glasnow left with some tightness and cramping in his calf and hand, which is kind of weird, but not for him. He said, quote, "It's not like a fatigue thing. I've tested the hydration. I'm not really sure why it keeps happening. It hasn't happened in a while. What he means by that is last year in Toronto, Tyler Glasnow also exited a start due to cramping in his left calf and hand. He remained in turn in the Dodgers rotation and did not miss any time last year. There were other sporadic instances of Glasnow dealing with the same kinds of cramps when he was with the Rays. So he's got a history of that. Nobody's figured out why. It's nothing huge. It's kind of temporary. So I don't know. Maybe he's just got some mechanical problems or something. But he isn't sure what might have caused this latest episode. He just can't figure out why it happens. Anyway, his line in the game was 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs allowed, which is always very cool. 1 walk. Wait a minute. 1 walk and 6. Are you ready? 6 strikeouts on 52 pitches. Also in that game, Evan Phillips struck out a couple of guys, one of them on 3 pitches, which is very cool. And the Dodgers win the series from the Rangers 2-1. Yeah, I like it. All right, a mini injury report. We just did one on Glasnow. We can't figure out why he has the cramps once in a while, but he said it's not hydration. He's hydrating, so that's all you can ask. Hope it doesn't happen again. All right, right-hand pitcher Blake Trinan on his injury. Right forearm sprain. Expected return is we don't know yet. Imaging revealed a low-grade sprain. Dave Roberts expects Trinan to only need rest and rehab for now, but he'll evaluate further. That's updated as of yesterday. Also, our left-hander Blake Snell. He's got a left shoulder inflammation deal going on. He's expected to return sometime in late April. Well, this is late April, so in the next week or so. He threw his first bullpen sessions going on the IL a couple of days ago. He's not expected to need a rehab start before returning to the rotation. So that's good news. So we like that. So it's happening again. We're getting a lot of injuries at the beginning of the season, just like last year. We had almost everybody on the IL all through the year. It was kind of weird, but we won it all. That's all you can ask. I don't know how they did it. All right, fun stuff. This isn't fun, but it's kind of ridiculous. So I like ridiculous stuff as much as anybody, especially on an off day. Did you guys want me to weigh in on that crazy thing that happened to the Braves sideline report? Did you hear about this? Okay, I'll fill you in if you hadn't heard about it. First of all, in case you missed it, here's what happened. This guy named Wiley Ballard, who's a sideline reporter with FanDuel Sports, he was interviewing 2 fans at the rooftop of the Rogers Center in Toronto during the Braves-Blue Jays game, and he asked whether they would consider rooting for Atlanta before he threw it back to the broadcasting because, the Braves have lost a lot of, fans lately. They've been losing, right? They had a losing streak. So the Braves play-by-play guy, when he threw it back to him, Brandon Godden was his name in the booth, he suggested, hey, listen, might as well get the 2 phone numbers while you're there of the women that are sitting there. He told him in his ear. He didn't say it over the air. And so you could hear it, but only in his earpiece. So he says, okay, Wiley, you got 4 innings to get the numbers. Because he asked the girls if they, convert them to Braves fans. One of them was rooting for the Braves. The other one was kind of on the fence. So he goes, hey, get us some more Braves fans. So Ballard pulls out his phone, told the women he was being asked to get their numbers, and it was suggested Ballard, Godden, and analyst C.J. Nitkowski that it was a new way to pick up women or whatever. He goes, this might be the new move. Anyway, many other journalists were appalled by the segment and called out the unprofessional moment on social media. Well, some female reporters are saying the same thing, while other ladies are saying it's perfectly okay or it's even funny. I just want to weigh in on it myself. I saw the interview as it ran. It's in social media. It's all over the place now. And I thought 2 things. One, it's a great way to get fans for the team, as the lead announcer stated, because he's in a foreign city. He's in Toronto. So he's trying to drum up business for the Braves because they're losing fans. So it was kind of, kind of a neat thing to try and do. Number 2, it was just good TV and rather funny at the time. Since it hadn't been planned, it was brilliant off-the-cuff TV, and that was kind of fun. And in fact, the determining factor for me, if it was cool or not to do, was the fact that the lady gave, the first lady anyway, the second lady, gave her phone number because he put it in his phone. So he said, here, put your number in my phone. And she did. So no harm, no foul, I think, because she wanted to do it. Anyway, love to hear how it turns out. It's a media thing now. Good for him. Hope he gets her off the fence and makes her a Braves fan, because you need more fans in baseball, right? Especially, remember I told you about this show? We weighed in last time on our fandom of Facebook on Let's Talk Dodgers, and maybe like 30% of our fans are women, which, as I told people, that's cool. We love, hey, the more the merrier, right? There's a ton of people following football and that are women who are into football and soccer and stuff. Why not into baseball? Well, I'm glad that there's a lot of women in baseball. In fact, some of my best friends are. In fact, we'll hear some in the shout-outs in just a few seconds of all the women that check in here lately for Let's Talk Dodgers. So, hey, The more women you can get for the Braves, why not? Especially in Toronto, because they need it right now. Enough said of that one, right? Okay. But if you haven't seen it, don't rule on it until you see it, because it was a cute piece, really. And it was no harm, no foul, I thought, so it was kind of cute. All right, shout-outs today. We got shout-outs to more of our newbies and regulars. There's a few of them in here, they're newbies. I'm not sure which ones, but I think there are a few. Justin A., Daniela B. We should do an all-women shout-out next time. Daniela B., Jamie B., Eddie A., Samuel O., Trent D., Jordan, don't have a last name Jordan. He's a buddy of mine. He's the Frontier guy locally around here. Irene R., Tony C., Angie C., Thomas R., Shirley S., Scott L., Aaron G., Lynn T., David C., Kathy E., Roger Yee, and you and me and Fox Jabri, who is Fox Cali because he is El Zorro. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. Hey guys and gals, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing in YouTube. Follow us in here in Facebook. All you want. Tell all your Dodger-loving friends to watch us on Let's Talk Dodgers. We like to make fools of ourselves. That's why we're here. Hey, who else does a show with a cold or sick or whatever? Or broken leg? I don't have one. All right. As always, we're talking Dodgers in here. Go Blue. Can I get a charge for that? Yeah. Nancy B. Heffley on that one. That one too. Yeah, all right. Also, if you have fan mail, toss it in the Facebook page here or write to letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. This day in Dodger history, I got two of them for you. Let's go way, 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 way back. 100 years. 100 years. 100. Can I do 10? 100 years. April 21st, 1925. This is 2025. 100 years. 100 years ago today, the National League cancels all their games. Why did they cancel all their games? This is crazy. Well, not so crazy. It might happen here, or it should happen here someday. But National League canceled all its games due to the funeral of Dodger owner Charles Ebbets, who died 3 days previously of a heart attack. Edward McKeever, who assumed the presidency of the Brooklyn club, catches a cold at the owner's funeral and dies of the flu 8 days later. Not making this stuff up, man. It just happened. 100 years ago today was the funeral of Charles Ebbets, and 8 days after that, the next owner, Edward McKeever, passed away of influenza. Can't make that stuff up. All right, let's do a little happier one than that. April 21st, 1955, 70 years ago today, the Dodgers won their 10th consecutive game from the start of the season when they beat the Phillies 14-4. The Ebbets Field's victories established a major league record that lasted until 1981 when the A's chalk up 11 straight wins beginning from opening day. But this is the biggest that we've ever done with the Dodgers. Dodgers have never won more than 10 in a row to start a season. They had 8 this year. They were going for 10. It didn't happen, but it was on this day, April 21st, 1955, when the Dodgers won their 10th consecutive game to open the season. Whoa. Love to see that again. Other teams have done 10. I remember when the Detroit Tigers, I think, did it in 84. Didn't they win 10 in a row? I think so. All right, stats. Oh, by the way, that 55 team, you can't say they messed up just only doing 10 because they lost one after that. They won the next one after that, and they won the next one and went on a roll, and they won their first 20 out of 22 games. So that's how good the 1955 Brooklyn team was. All right. Pardon me. All right, stats of the day. In that first game of that series with the Rangers, Yamamoto went 7 innings. The staff struck out 12, but Yamamoto had 10 Ks all by himself in 102 pitches. Pretty cool. And yes, of course, everybody had Jumbo Jacks the next day. And speaking of Jumbo Jack, watch, anytime the Dodger pitching staff gets or records 7 strikeouts in a game, we all get free Jumbo Jacks the next day. So far this season, you may be wondering about it if you're not keeping score at home like I am. Right now, the Dodger pitching staff has come through with 7 or more Ks 20 out of 23 games this year. That equals a mark of 87% so far this season. That's pretty high. That's great. I know it'll change, but that tells you how our pitching staff is doing. They're doing well. More free Jumbo Jacks with the purchase of a large drink. Thanks, Jack, and thanks, Dodger pitching staff, for giving us such great excitement. I love seeing 10, 15 strikeouts in a game. It's cool. Last year, the staff recorded 7 or more Ks 118 times in 162 games. That's good for 72.8% of the time. That's what Jax was looking for from the previous year when they upped it from 10 strikeouts down to 7. They made it from like 38% to 72% of the time. So Thing is, they get better exposure, they get more foot traffic, and we get free jumbo jacks. All right. Whenever the pitching staff gets 7 or more Ks, all you got to do is walk into your local Jack in the Box in LA or Ventura County the very next day, and all you have to say is, give me the Dodger deal, please. When you buy a large drink, you get a free jumbo jack. All right. I got an easy one for you. Quick hit trivia. Everybody should be getting this. All right? Everybody? Okay. I'll tell you the answer in just a few seconds. Easy one today. I'll even make it even easier. We'll make it multiple guess or multiple choices, they used to say. In which year did Mookie Betts play his first games with the Dodgers? Was it A, 2018, B, 2020, C, 2022, or D, 2016? You got that one? All right. We'll clear that up for you just a little later. Which year did Mookie Betts play his first games with the Dodgers? 18, 20, 22, or 16? All right, we'll come back to that in just a few minutes. Let's get you out to the ballpark. Very short 2-game series with the Cubs. Again, we're playing the Cubs. Haven't we played them about 90 times already? It seems like it. Anyway, another shout out to Cousin Les because we're going to be talking to him on the phone one of these games. I'm sure of it. All right, Tuesday, tomorrow, April 22nd. It's going to be Dustin May, Big Red. Code Red is on the hill. Wait a minute. He's only second on the team in his ERA. He's 1-1, okay? He's 1-1 with a 1.06 ERA. Second only to Yamamoto with an 0.93. Tells you how good the starting rotation is. He's going to go up against their guy, Shota Imanaga. Remember that guy from Japan? We actually played him. And he's 2-1 with a 2.22 ERA. Should be a good matchup. 4:40 p.m. Pacific time. That's about 6:40 p.m. in the Central Time Zone where my cousin Les is. So and where the Cubbies are. So we're going to talk to him, see what he has to say. It's on Sportsnet LA. And the second game of the series, Wednesday, the 23rd of April. We haven't announced our pitcher yet. TBD versus Matthew Boyd. He's 1-2 with a 2.01 ERA. Also a 4:00 game, a 4 p.m. game. Now this one, Cheryl alert. I'm going to have to do a drop for that. Cheryl alert. For Cheryl and everybody else out of market, it's going to be on MLB Network as well as Sportsnet LA at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. You got that? 4 o'clock. So 2 different show times. The other show, Shota Imanaga and Dustin May on Tuesday, 4:40 p.m. And Wednesday's game, Matthew Boyd with whoever the Dodgers select at 4 o'clock p.m. on SNLA and MLB Network on Wednesday. And then Thursday we're off again, which means we're going to do another show here. Let's Talk Dodgers. We'll be back. And then Friday, the Blue comes home, and they open a weekend series with the Pittsburgh Pirates at Dodger Stadium. Okay, a little more information on the coverage here. All games on the Dodger flagship radio station, AM 570 LA Sports, which is a Fox affiliate, KLAC. And in the Ventura County area, fans can still hear the games over 106.3, The Vibe, KVYB. I've been saying that wrong for a while. It's not K-Tide, it's K-Vibe, The Vibe. And of course, KTNQ, La Super Q, 1020 has the Spanish broadcast. And coming soon, I told this on the last show, I hear the team we're going to switch over from KVYB to AM and FM, KTVA, the new Fox Sports affiliate in Ventura County. Haven't heard when that's going to happen, maybe soon, but right now they're playing all the sports on that formerly All News talk station here in the Ventura County area. The new signals happen at 1590 on the AM dial and 97.9 on the FM dial. Those are the new signals, and that's called KTVA. And by the way, for those of you in or out of market, you can give it a try when the Dodger game is on. Why don't you see if you can pick it up on KTVA.com. You didn't hear from me. They may be blocking it out of state. I bet you Cheryl might be able to hear it up there. Hey, Cheryl, give it a try, will you? KTVA.com. And they have the Fox stuff up there, and you just hit the play button. It'll play you the game. So, and all there's other sports stock stuff in LA. So should be a new Fox affiliate here in Ventura County. Should be good. That means I get to hear it in my car. It's not that I can't hear KLAC in my car, but every once in a while it fades away on me, especially if it's late at night or something. And I can always pick up the other stations here in Ventura County. All right, ready to do the quick hit trivia answer? Everybody gets this one. Come on. A few moments ago, we asked you, in which year did Mookie Betts play his first games with the Dodgers? Remember, he used to be with the Red Sox. Well, he was a free agent. We signed him. In what year was it? Was it A, 2018, B, 2020, C, 2022, or D, 2016? The answer, everybody get it? 2020. That's right. I see you all got it. I knew you got it. right? You all got it. You all got it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're all right. Yeah. It was 2020. Remember the pandemic? It was on. We had no baseball for a while. We didn't know if Mookie would even make an appearance that year. It was supposed to be his first year. He made it, and we won the World Series. Went all the way. All right. Let's see what else we got cooking here for you. Other cool stuff. Don't forget, I tend to leave some pretty cool Dodger content in the team on our Facebook page from time to time. Check it out. Check back often. Now, did anybody see this? It disappeared on me. I don't know what happened. I might have to post it again. Last time I showed you a DVD of the Home Run Derby Volume 2, which included the Duke Snider and Hank Aaron episode. I posted it. Did anybody see it? Let me know, because it disappeared. It's off the page now. Maybe Facebook took it down. I'm going to put it back there. Shh. And see if they take it down again. So we'll see that after the show. We're going to try and put that back on there. I don't know what happened to it. I put it up and stuff disappears. Don't ask me why. I don't know how that happens. All right, that's going to do it. I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on back next time. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. We'll be back on Thursday on the off day. Go Blue. Beat those Cubbies. I'll talk to Cousin Les very, very soon. Talk to you soon, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's Talk Dodgers. Bye.